Alright guys, so welcome to this video. It's a quick one now just to talk a bit about Google local guides. So that's something that I've been doing for a while now. It's been about, I'd say something like 8 months, 9 months. And I basically created the Google local guides account. And that was made online. So if you have a Google email address, you can easily create that. I'll put a link in the description to show you how. And once I made that, it basically asks you to contribute. You can contribute in different ways. So there's things like pictures. So if you go to a location or a restaurant or anywhere really that's on Google Maps, you basically take photos of the location and then upload them onto Google, and they show up on the places photos. So the more views you get on that, the more points you get. You have like points allocated to you. So it used to be good in terms of they gave you, I think it's 1 terabyte worth of storage on Google Drive if you were a Google local guide, but they have changed that. So they've gone through a few iterations of that. First they used to give you 1 terabyte free, and then they moved on to 100 gigabytes free, and now they don't give you anything. I think on the recent one they've just put it as normal. So anybody that would have had 100 terabytes when they originally started, we might be struggling now. If they made full use of that and they're still a local guide for Google, they'll have to pay for it now, because obviously they've taken that facility away. So it's kind of like a bit of a salesman tactic, I would say. They're giving you something free for a while so you make full use of it, and now that you've got so much invested in it, you can't really move away from it. Well, you can, but it'll be a bit of a faff. So I'm not sure if that was a real benefit of being a local guide, because you should be getting it free for as long as you're a guide. But it seems like they're looking at options on that, but you never know, there may be alternatives there. But that's something to think about. A few benefits. So I mean, once you do become a local guide, you get photos. When you take photos, you get them seen by lots of people, and as the views come in, you get like reminders from Google saying, oh wow, you've hit 50,000, 100,000, whatever it might be. So I think at the moment I'm on 500,000 views and photos. They're not amazing photos, to be fair. I've just taken them with my mobile phone at the time I was there, so they're not professional or anything. It's just the case of putting photos up of locations that people want to see. So for example, if I want to buy some, I don't know, fish and chips, and there's a couple of fish and chip shops around us, I'd like to see what the menu looks like. So inside, like, is a counter set up? Is there seating inside? Have they got drinks? So a nice shot of that. I think I was in Bournemouth, I did a photo for one of the fish shops there, and that got a ridiculous amount of views based on what it was. But yeah, so that's something that kind of helps. So if you have that, it shows your photos are being seen by many people, and then people like them, and then they'll kind of say, oh okay, these people find your photo helpful. I think it's that photos. No, I don't think it's comments. So if once you do a photo, you can also do a review for that place. So when you put a review up, it tells you, okay, this person found your review helpful. So then it gives you marks for that. So there's a few things. There's photos, reviews, and there's other things. Answering other people's questions about locations. So if you've been to somewhere, people ask questions, you get points for answering their questions. So like being like a bit of it's like those old school forums you used to get, where you actually admin it and you get like privileges for looking after. Basically, it's all self-contained. So Google have kind of made it, and they want it, like, people to come up and just look after it for them. And adding new places. So if you see a new place that's opened up recently, adding them on, checking facts for places, also removing places on Google Maps. So if something's closed down, you go in and remove it. So there's a few things you can do on it, and the benefit I see of it is I've got, I think, let me check my phone, 1 second. So then what I'll do is I might show you a print screen of this on the thing on the side, but because I'm with Google Maps, it kind of gives you a little app that you can check your progress on. So if I go to Google, let me record this actually. Can I record this while I do it? Screen recorder, is it here? Yes, screen recording. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now I'll put this up on the side so you can see it. Screen recording. So if I go to Google Maps, which is in travel, I've got an app for the contribute, which is what you can make a shortcut for on your desktop. Let's get my hair sorted. Okay, okay, so now on this you can see I'm a local guide, level 6, and I've got 3,048 points. So if I click on that little button there, it brings you to the screen saying level 6 guide, badges. So I'm an expert photographer. If I click on that badge, that's based on having 245 photos loaded. I've had 84 new places where I've had photos where nobody else has had photos. My impact, I've had 720,266 views for them photos. I need to get 1 million, and the next number in the dash after the dash is 1 million, and reach I need to get 100, and volume I need to have 1,000 photos, and then I'll become a master photographer. So something you can use. So if you put on your Google profile or your LinkedIn something saying, oh, I'm expert photographer for local guides, Google, it looks quite handy in terms of like the experience, because obviously having that many views shows that people like your photos or they find them helpful. There's reviewers on there as well, so you can be an expert reviewer, and that I've got reviewed 98 places. To move up to the next master reviewer, I need 100, so I'm not far off. Helpfulness, write 50 reviews with over 200 characters, so I'm writing extensive reviews. I've had 26 of those, I need 50. Get 50 likes on your reviews, I've got 7, I need 50. So I'm not as active on this as I was before, but it is something to look at. There's a few others on there. So expert trailblazer, that's basically adding the first photo 4 places, reviewing 50 places, and adding 50 approved places, so new places basically. So okay, that's that. And novice fact finders, this is more helping people suggest 25 approved edits. Facts checked, so other people that have raised facts, checking them to say are they true. Answering 250 questions and 220, I'm not far off that. So that's like an overview. And then if you go further down, it gives you a full summary kind of thing of ratings and photos and answers and things and videos. So it's something that is kind of there, and just make use of it, I suppose. It's making of seeing how people see your profile and how it helps. So it's a bit of a mix mash overview of Google local guides, and I would say if you're interested in kind of becoming a reviewer, you can use that facility to put your reviews out there and link it to your blog if you've got a blog. At the same time, use those photos on your blog and put them on Google, so you're reviewing places and food places, for example restaurants, things that are around your area that you really like. So I'm hoping that gives you an overview of that and what you get out of it. Google do say from time to time they give you benefits for being like a local guide. So in my 9 months or so, I've not really had anything, to be fair, but I've kind of done it at my own pace and my leisurely speed, and it just kind of lets me able to say, okay, I'm an expert photographer for local guides. There's other options you can do, like 360 photos as well. So there's additional things such as you get a special 360 camera. You can go into Google Places and then say, oh, I'm here as yourself, but I do photos for local guides in Google. So you take a 360 panoramic shot of the shop and you can upload that on there, and that gives you additional kind of uploads, so you get more views. But some people I've seen just solely do that 360, and then you can get verified by Google local guides, and then you can actually start charging for that facility. So that's like a bit of another way of looking at it, and hoping that kind of explains that. But I'll do a few of these types of videos if it helps you out to explain how to use it and what you kind of get out of it.